Hi, everybody. I'm assuming we're gonna have more people coming into this room. Uh, just trying to get myself sorted. Uh, yeah, all right. Sorry, I was just opening my economic calendar. Last week, yeah, we didn't meet last week because it was a public holiday. I just spent the day with my family. But yeah, let's look at it this week. This week ought to be interesting. And this is far as doing. I've got that 3 day live trading. And I actually remember now that I forgot to put people on my community online with that. But yeah, we do have some live trading happening this week. So I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited to see how that's going to turn out. But without any waste of time, let's just go into it. Sorry, I'm just trying to find myself, pull myself towards myself here. Normally, I do look at the charts just before we get into Monday market mapping, but I was like, okay, let's just do a draw here. Now I'm looking for Zoom. All right, so sorry, I can't even see my screen share function. It's a very empty room today, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, so looking at the markets right now or the news right now, I'm just waiting for my screenshot to confirm that it is sharing my screen. And let me just quickly see. Okay, microphone is at its highest input. Please tell me when you start seeing my screen because the preview, okay, I can see it now. The preview wasn't showing. Okay, so this week, as far as fundamental goes, there's nothing that's really got me excited to trade. Any particular fundamental news? I know that last week I actually ended up trading CHF CPI unexpectedly. So I saw a setup, and when I saw that news is gonna hit, I was like, this comes in line with my analysis, and the news is coming out. So we backed that. So I think the most exciting bit of action that we can see this week, as far as the fundamentals go, is on Tuesday. So tomorrow, the CAD CPI. Although, like I said, that not a lot of traders. I know not a lot of traders run to that. Now I can't take. I'm trying to close this notification. Yeah, not a lot of traders run for that, and also the odd CPI. But I know we're gonna be, most of us are gonna be sleeping. So there isn't too much in terms of fundamentals that I'm chasing this week. So with that being said, we can just go have a look at the chart. So I was looking at USD ZAR. I was like, that is amazing. I actually thought that we might continue on the upside, but then as well, we did open with a market gap. And like I said, guys, always look out for these market gaps because they once a gap occurs, then normally we'll go and fill the gap, and we see it this week. But yeah, let's come here. So GBP USD went ahead and filled that gap, but then let's just look at the monthly, the weekly candle. So remember what I was sharing the last time we met, week before last, is just basically looking at what happened in the previous week to determine what we can look at this week. So I am looking for 4 shorts, right? I am looking, let me just come to the monthly. I am looking for shorts based on what happened last week, which I think maybe we can have them happen more around Wednesday, Thursday-ish, because we can see that the market was moving up, and then that was the last low, and last week we just killed that low. So with looking at the weekly candle already, what am I reading? Last week's candle was significantly larger than the previous week's candle, and price might not have closed below the low, but we had a strong bear candle. So I'm already looking at that. Although when I'm looking on the monthly, I am still a bit skeptical in terms of going for that move, because again, when we look at the monthly chart, we can see that the markets. So that was last month's high over there, and then that was the next anticipated high. So we broke last month's high, right? Broke above, closed above last month's high. We played there, so it will be interesting to see. So if right, we come to these highs and we break them, then I'll look to be a buyer until like 137, 100, and possibly chase target 2 of 138, 700. But because of already the sort of candle that we had last week, I am like I said, gonna be looking for some shorts to come in, for some sellers to come in. Already this morning they got people in there, but then after getting them in there, they quickly moved out of it. So I think what we might see. I just want to bring the weekly Fibonacci's now. Right. What we might see is us come into one of these places, which this area of 35,600 has me more interested, because of just basically how markets have went around in that zone, played around in that zone. So I'm not necessarily expecting anything here at 35,200, although markets have played there. But if it comes to this place or this place and we issue shorts, then I'll be a seller. So I'm bigger on the sell, being it's towards end of the month, and I don't really see that momentum for the buy coming through. But then if we do, however, don't respect these 2 places and come here and violate that as well, then I'll just be a buyer without thinking. And then Euro JPY weekly, and I was looking at it over the weekend, thinking to myself that, yo guys, we actually broke this down coming into the new year, and we spoke about how they were not breaking that, so we can expect a move up. And if we can check from the beginning of the year, that was quite a big discussion that we are having, that we might see some sellers. We might see buyers for the rest of the year. So Fibonacci's, we've broken support 1, support 2. Those are already broken. So I am looking at buying here. I just want to see something when I bring in my 4-hour Fibonacci, or weekly Fibonacci's rather. We broke this resistance, so I want to see how we'll go here. I am looking at a buy, but I'm not looking at an aggressive buy over here. And again, we might see shorts coming in later on in the week. Although on this one, I'm more focused on looking at the buying positions. But if we get to 169,800 and we really fail to break the 169,800 mark, then I'll just sit on my hands. And then another one that we looked at is USD CAD. So that's pretty much the same outlook that I have with USD CAD as I did with GBP USD. Looking at the dollar, we can see that the last week's candle was significantly was quite big. It was bigger than the other week's candle. So that's just another reason why I'm gonna look to be a buyer. We haven't necessarily, but yeah, we kind of did fill the gap that happened there. So for this week on USD CAD, I'll look at being a buyer. Interesting to see here, especially when they came to the 100 mark, they came up here. So it would be interesting to see what's going to play out for the rest of the week. But then as far as the week goes, I'll go in with it. As far as the week goes, I am looking at being a buyer. GBP USD sold last week with the US getting involved with Iran. Do you think that might force it to push up? For most of the afternoon, it was very bullish. Yes, so it was quite bullish, but I think for me it was more about this gap that they created. So I am still looking at shorts over here. I do know that there are fundamentals in at play at the moment in terms of experiencing a weak dollar, but we've had quite a lot of fundamentals that have pushed a weak dollar. So right now, I don't think that politics are necessarily, how can I say, people aren't too concerned with that. Although yes, they are concerned, but I don't think that it's such a huge thing that they are very concerned about. Sorry, I'm just looking at your JPY whilst talking about this, but remember when Trump was going wild, right? It's like any bad market condition. The first week or two is going to have a shock value. And then after that, then it starts relaxing and technicals come back into play. So I feel like Trump's the way he's been going off about things, it doesn't really shock the market anymore because they know, okay, this guy has this sort of behavior. So we're not going to allow him to make to shake up our fundamentals too much. Well, he can shake it up, but we still have other things that we're looking at because remember, as much as like the euro JPY and also GBP USD, actually coming back to you to GBP USD, and like I said, that if you can look at what I was saying at the beginning of the year, I did express that because we failed to close below this low, we should look at a buy for the year. And so it's been buying for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months now. So it's that sort of thing that bank traders are already, they do look at the markets the way that we were looking at the markets, particularly at the beginning of the year, in terms of like looking at what we can expect for the year. So there are moves that then these guys are expecting for the rest of the year, are expecting for the rest of the year. So I don't think, as I said, that they'll let Trump interfere with the decisions too much unless he comes out and says a really wild thing. But I think in terms of having action and opinions over war, won't really affect much. But then if he does something like another tariff change, or he says import, so that goes to tariffs, or he says we're not getting anything from China anymore, or he's like, we're not gonna allow you guys to get oil from wherever anymore, then I think that's what can shake up the market quite a lot. But as far as this goes, nah, I don't think he's gonna do that. And then Euro GBP, I am expecting a bit of a buy, not an aggressive buy on it. I am expecting a bit of a buy on it for them to come up through to 0.85900. So about 40 pips from here, and then after that I'll be sitting on top of my hands. And then as far as gold goes, right? I am watching it, looking at it and again, this comes with what Clinton was saying from a technical perspective. But I'm also looking at them around this price and seeing that they have been treating this place as a resistance zone, right? And we had a lot of play there, but we failed to break above there. So also on gold, I'm just looking at the behavior, looking at how they are not really pushing past that place, which has again served as a structure before in the past. So this is something that I'm looking at. I think that they're gonna hold it. Just sell a bit for the week. Maybe sell down to the lows of last week, which lows of last week. When we look left again, it does come into quite a bit of structure. So about 33.40, and then from there we'll look at what does price action do. Does it prompt us to continue to sell, or do they hold that mark and move from up there? So for this week, we can see that my sentiment is towards a stronger dollar, right? But then I'm also looking at carefully again with what Clinton's message said, that the fundamentals are there, but I don't think that I'm going to stress too much about the fundamentals, right? I don't want to overstress myself on the fundamentals, but I'll just trade it technically and then see that how do we go from there, and if I can see that the technicals then switch to saying, hey, we have a weak dollar, then I'll go ahead and buy gold and stuff like that. So again, last week of the month, it's not such. It's not always so clear to trade the last week of the month. Normally, last week of the month, we take it like day by day, and that is why I kept the live session, the live trading for this week, because unlike the middle of the month, which is like more swing, there's more market swings, and a swing trader will hold from like here to here, or from here to all the way up here. That's why with the end of the month, we don't expect so much volatility. That's why I chose to do it now. So GBP USD, I'm looking for sells. USD JPY, I'm looking for buys, although I am a bit concerned with this gap and I want to see the gap being filled. Euro JPY, I am looking for buys, but I'm not so aggressive. USD CAD, I'm looking for buys. Euro GBP, I'm looking for buys. Again, not so aggressive. Gold, I'm looking for sells. And USDs, I really don't trade, as you guys know. But because of just generally how the ZAR has been performing against now every currency. Let me see if I can bring in euros. Oh, there it is. As I was about to search for it, there it is. Right, euros are. Let's bring it here to a daily chart. So you see that we could see the same sort of thing, although less aggressive here, but the same sort of thing. And we can see that just as it had gained, just as USDs are. The rand gained strength against the dollar. They've been doing so today on the euros are. So that's why this, as far as my opinion goes this week, I'm hands off. I'm always hands off USDs are, but it's not something that I want to go and this week I don't really have an opinion as to where I think it might go, but for the others it stays as is. And for those who are joining me on the live trading, I look forward to seeing you guys. But everyone else, take it easy this week. Sharpen your skills this week. Get into the market and trade. But then don't fool my game, because we obviously have fundamentals coming next week. So that's going to be way more exciting. But yeah, guys, cheers. Take care. Signing out.